Aloha, everyone. So I think the only way I could get this video seen in the darkness of night was to have the flash facing right in my eyes, so I can't tell if I'm in the shot or not. But the important thing is if that other light behind me, which I think, yep, it's in the shot, that is this incredible thing called the moon, which is starting to wane, or rather decrease in size. And that is significant because as part of my own meditation, whenever the moon is increasing in size and becoming fully radiant, that is me meditating on what I am becoming and aspiring to become. So that when it reaches that culminating moment of full brightness and illumination, I myself have finally arrived at a point where, aha, that's it, I've got it. And once you get it, then in order for something new to come in and stick, something old has to leave. So as the moon wanes or decreases in size, what I then utilize that as is a meditation on what is leaving my life or dissolving. And I recently had a conversation with my mother, whom I have a great rapport with, and I told her a little bit about some of the struggles I'm going through. We all have them. And I said, it's similar to how what all the stuff we were going through when I was a kid, and all the times where we didn't know where our next meal was coming from, and how much lack we had, and how much life just seemed to be nothing but work, work, work. And she said to me, I don't even remember any of that. So that was a huge bing moment for me. If you don't know what bing is, you can Google it. Where ultimately, whatever it is we're suffering through is going to become a flash in the pan of a memory that doesn't even exist for the people we're struggling in it with, or even ourselves at one point. I mean, seriously, think of somebody you were truly pissed off with in the past 3 years, and if you can think about that person and still generate the same kind of fear or hatred or anger, well, I would recommend letting go, because for me it's virtually impossible to think back 3 years about who or whom I was upset with, when lately it's usually been myself, and I've been more forgiving of myself lately and been loving myself more than hating myself. So one of the purposes of this video randomly tonight is tell you what's been going on in this particular road dog's life. I am currently working harvest here in the central coast of Paso Robles for a large winery, and that involves a 10 to 12 hour day starting at 3:30 in the morning and going until 3:30 in the afternoon at least. And it's 6 days a week, sometimes 7, but it's awesome. So as my sainted mother would always say, never resist a temporary inconvenience if it results in a permanent improvement. So one of the invitations I would like to extend to all of you fellow road dogs is if you have been enjoying these videos, my apologies for not being consistent with them, but I've got other fish to fry, and but I'm still making the time when it hits me to get a message out there. And with the moon out there like it is, reminding us that we are spinning in the middle of absolutely nowhere at 17,000 miles an hour around this fireball called the sun, it kind of helps keep things in perspective. And the perspective is, or the bigger picture is, none of us really know what we're doing or where we're going. At least I don't. I can attest to that. I can't speak for all of you. And that's the exciting thing. That's what turns life into an adventure. The adventure of being alive. There's a reward in not knowing. So speaking of which, for anyone who would like to read my book, I will happily send you an ebook version of it, provided, here's the catch, here's the rub, that you either make a video and post it to my fan page, or write out a review and what you thought about it. If you loved it, hate it, whatever it is, put it all out there. And this helps give me feedback for my next book. Not only that, but kind of gets other people to, well, you know the spiel. It's, yeah, you're good. So with that in mind, what an adventure it has been since I decided to leave my little place in near the Bay Area and give up the routine of daily living, living to make it day to day, and only having enough to pay the bills, make rent. Instead, I said, earmuffs, kids, but fuck it. I'm gonna give up everything I have and see what I can do on my own, with my own mitts and my own ticker cheering me on. And in that time, I've certainly seen some lean times, but guess what? Learning how to be hungry and manage that has helped me to eliminate all the excess in my life, and that includes anything from overeating or over-socializing, putting my attention in areas that could be best served, putting that focus inward and figuring out, okay, what is my next move? What is important to me? What do I want to become or aspire to be? And yeah, it's been fantastic and terrifying and awesome all at the same time. And I'm not saying this to evoke anyone's pity, but rather to inspire somebody out there who's like, oh man, if only I could figure out how to see the world, how to live my dreams. Well, you know, you got to take that leap into the unknown, and nobody's going to do it for you. Somebody can guide you to the edge, but you're the one who has to step over it. And I am being an example of that by doing what I need to do and working like a madman. But it's also, I also have the reward out in front of me. I might say the proverbial carrot on the stick, but that is not the only thing out in front of me. I see the future out in front of me and the past behind me, which leaves me, boom, right square in the present, which lets me know that everything I need is right here, right now. It's the inward breath. It's the ability to move all my external extremities, my eyesight, my hearing, my sense of smell, touch, taste. I have thrown my own pity parties and said, gosh, you know, why can't I make a living off of certain things, or why is it so hard? And fortunately, I don't make a habit of voicing that on social media. That's my own private thing that I contend with. But I've also come to the realization that, you know, the things that I'm failing at are merely just guideposts leading me directly to where I need to be. And instead of recognizing or giving credence to what I perceive I lack, I am instead giving homage to what it is I already have, which means I'm constantly in a state of gratitude. Every morning I wake up, I say out loud to myself, thank you for this dynamic, vibrant, healthy, strong body that I enjoy. Thank you for every day and every way, making me better and better, happier and happier, healthier and healthier, stronger and stronger. And thank you for a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing. My book recommendation is by a lady by the name of Jan Sincero, entitled You Are a Badass. I think that's going to be it for me. I'm going to wrap it up, but wishing all you road dogs an awesome evening and an awesome adventure ahead of all of you. And Road Dog on a shiny moon night out. Aloha. Where's the off button?